Click on subscribe, click on the bell icon to get notifications from India's smartest channel, TRS Clips. So the next obvious question that's in the mind of a lot of my young college listeners is, Mr. Vareku, do you believe in aliens? Like, do you think that there is extraterrestrial life out there?
Absolutely, yes, 100%. I have grown up on X-Files. It was the only show that mattered to me. I used to look at it diligently, and this was back when there was no binging happening, like, so you literally had to wait every week for an episode to come by. And I studied so much about alien life, about extraterrestrials, about all these conspiracy theories, whether we have landed on the moon or not, what happened in Roswell in 1947, have aliens visited the US, have they visited India? Oh my God, I have stories and stories about it, but yeah, I do believe in them.
Yeah, same. I think a huge chunk of my childhood, right from the time I think I discovered reading at around the age of 10 till say about 17, when the world kind of tells you, no, follow science, get into engineering college. That little chunk was all about the occult and studying aliens and studying about things like the Roosevelt incident. I'm going to ask you a kind of muffat question. Have you had any like alien encounters, or have you ever felt like you got abducted yourself?
No, nothing like that. Yeah, I think I saw 3 UFOs when I was in college. I'm pretty convinced I did, but that's the closest that I've come to.
I study a lot of, I mean, again, this is just a subject of interest for me. So I think on our Instagram live stream, I told you about these books by this guy called Graham Hancock.
Yeah.
And he's basically a alternative history guy. So he tries to prove that all the history we're taught in school isn't true, and there's actually a lot more to discover. Like how I think one of the early history lessons that I had in school was about the four civilizations: so Chinese, Mesopotamian, Egyptian, and ancient Indian. um, but Graham Hancock strongly believes that there was a whole bunch of civilizations before that, like right from around 50,000 BC, 60,000 BC, around. And they had a lot of contact with so-called aliens. And that's what he's trying to discover. And what happened is, once the Ice Age kicked in about 11,000, 12,000 years ago, a lot of the landmass that we know today was actually way more inland. And there was a lot more on the coast all over the world. But the Ice Age kind of took over all those land masses. That's why we hear stories about Dwarka and Atlantis and all these places which got submerged. But there's a lot of talks about how aliens and humans would interact in that phase of human history. And he as well as a lot of the yoga that I've read speaks very positively about alien culture, extraterrestrial culture. So I'd love to know what you think about all this. What's your input on this whole ancient human alien interaction?
It's the same thing, Ranveer, that we spoke about the other day. I firmly believe that we're not the first human civilization to have lived on Earth. We're possibly the second or the third, or maybe even higher than that civilization. And I remember this book that really fascinated me when I was young. It was called The Chariots of the God. And this book was all about the fact that everything that we've come to believe as a remnant of ancient civilization, whether it's the pyramids, whether it's the iron pillar in Delhi, whether it's the Mayan civilization and all that they've accomplished, all of that only happened because we were visited by extraterrestrial intelligence, and they were the ones who gave us all the superpower and all the know-how that we needed to get that done. And the way that he spoke about it, which is quite fascinating if you think about it, is if you were to go to a really backward tribe today, let's say you go to any forest tribe deep in Madhya Pradesh or Andamans or wherever, and you carry with you your iPad, and you carry with you your phone, and you carry with you an internet connection, and you carry with you weapons, all of them will look like literally God-like, just as we think gods were as we depict them. Like literally everything. Right? The weapons that we have, the artilleries. Imagine them looking at what a helicopter is, or what a parachute is, or what uh, just a simple car is, and they would be just mind blown. So in their own limited primitive mind, they would start drawing us out and saying, "Oh my God, a loudspeaker was like Shiv Vani." And then an iPad happened, and that was like God's tablet of 10 commandments. And I'm not being blasphemous here, but you get the drift. And that perhaps is what happened. That's exactly what happened.